So if you're Aquarius rising and you've held on this long, number one, God bless you. And I really appreciate your support. This one is going to be in your 12th house. Your 12th house, my dears, is, a lot of times people refer to it as like your shadow house, your self-sabotage. There's a lot of darker things that go on there, but they're not dark for a bad reason. They're dark because they're like slap you in the face and get you where you're supposed to be kind of thing. So if you're Aquarius rising, that's kind of where this new moon is hitting you. That's where some of your emotional energy is going to be pulling you. So I'm going to tell you how to work with it. All right. You got to get out of your own way. Self-sabotage is sometimes the biggest deterrent to our goals. I've said it before and I will say it again. This is the month, if you are Aquarius rising, for you to sit down and be like, where am I screwing this up for myself? Have an honest conversation. And once you can say, that's taking up too much of my time, or that's silly that I'm doing this, or hey, I can do this if I just do this, then you sit down and you write a plan to make it better. That's how we're going to be manifesting and changing our lives. The reason this is a big deal for Aquarius rising is because next month, when we get to the new moon in Aquarius, for my Aquarius rising friends, this will be the totally start of a new zodiac year for you. This will be the first, that will be the new moon in your first house. So this is the last new moon, Aquarius rising, for you for the next 12 months. So make the most of it and set a goal to just figure out, where are you screwing stuff up for yourself, and let's work that back. How are we going to fix some of that? That being said, it is also a great month for you to work on your spiritual journey, whether that be whoever it is, right? I'm not even going to get into that conversation, because if you know anything about me, you know that I am super non-judgmental, and I chose a really long time ago that my faith is like woven and without everything, and it's all good here. So anyway, whoever it is that you're talking to up there, I don't even remember what the hell I was going to say. I got all off on stuff. I'm such a dumbass sometimes. Anyway, this was the other thing. If you're Aquarius rising, you could be having flashes of higher intuition as we get closer to this new moon in Capricorn, which is on January the 18th. So pay attention. Those mean something. That's where you're being told, hey, here's things you need to be doing. So then you'll be like, okay, I can't because of blah. Guess what? That's the blah. That's where you're in your way. We need to make a goal to get out of that. Okay. So pay attention to the flashes of inspiration that you're having. Okay. But I also want you to pay really attention to some of those deeper feelings that you might be having. And you know who you are. What part of that scares you when you think about your goal and those darker feelings or those darker things that you know you're going to have to do, whether they're shitty conversations you're going to have, breaking up with people, bills you're going to have paid off, loans you're going to have taken out, voice lessons. I don't know what the hell it is. Take some time to figure out what part of that scares you and why, because that tells you a lot about your goal and your ability to achieve it. Okay. I'm not going to dive really deeply into that. If that does apply to you and your Aquarius rising, feel free to throw some comments below and I can try to help you from there. But super busy at work this week and I'm not going to have a whole lot of time to dive into it. But just try to dive a little bit deeper and figure out what's really scaring you. It's a darker question. But I think once you can have your aha moment, you Aquarius rising folks, it's going to burst things out on the scene, and you're going to see how when we get to that new moon in Aquarius that's coming up in February, you're going to see how you're going to be ready to explode into the world. Okay. So just trust me on that, Aquarius rising friends. Get rid of all the negative stuff.